All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great episode on your favorite political talk show, The Truth, with Ben Jokes. Breaking news: federal government vows to prosecute Nigerian banks, firms collaborating in terrorism financing. Now, I don't believe this update, but I just had to bring it here for us to see. Now, this is the federal government saying they are going to expose banks and other firms that are collaborating with terrorists in Nigeria. In other words, sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. I don't think that day will come when this government will begin to mention names of top Nigerians who are sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria, because if they wanted to do that, they would have done that a long time ago. There is a list in front of Tinubu there, and there was one that was even compiled by the Buhari administration. Why have they not said anything about those lists? But if they have decided that they are going to call names and they are going to bring them to book, then thank God. Are we not all looking for a safe Nigeria? Thank God, let them bring it on. But I promise you that I'll be back here a month or two from today to tell you that nothing has been done as regards exposing the sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria. You know why? Because the sponsors are high-ranking members within the APC. Now, let us look at the top stories. First is that one coming out of Obajana, Kogi State. Motorists stranded, many cars parked as kidnappers, terrorists take over the highway. You know, I keep talking about people who want to pass that highway during this festive period. Be very careful. If you don't have anything important you want to go and do in the village, please do not travel. And next is that update coming out of southwest Nigeria just about a week ago. The Yoruba Generalissimo Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò Gani Adams came out and said that the terrorists are taking over southwest forest and that they were waiting for a go-ahead to begin attacking Lagos, Ogun State, Ondo State, and Ekiti State. They have started. Terrorists stormed Ogun State and abducted many as Yorubas fled for safety. Before I show you details of these top stories and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video. Now, on a number of occasions, some people have sent me updates on things that Reno Mockery said, wanting me to talk about it. And I always respond that unless something very disgraceful and bad happens to Reno Mockery, I will not bring up his matter on this channel, because for me, Reno is very inconsequential and extremely stupid for me to be countering his opinion on Peter Obi or anything. And this is one of the reasons why. Watch this video.
Focusing on reactions trailing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's announcement of 32 ambassadorial nominees that sparked controversy over the weekend. Among the controversial non-career ambassadors designates are Reno Mockery, a former spokesman for Atiku Abubakar, Femi Fani-Kayode, a former aviation minister, and Professor Mahmood Yakubu, former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission. The new nominees are expected to be posted to countries with which Nigeria maintains excellent strategic bilateral relations. Well, Reno Mockery has already accepted President Tinubu's nomination. In a post on X, Mockery expressed gratitude to President Tinubu, saying that Tinubu has taught him the virtue of forgiveness. He acknowledged that despite their political differences, Tinubu chose to overlook past criticisms and recognize his capacity to serve Nigeria in a diplomatic role. He described the nomination as a masterclass in leadership, stating that Tinubu's decision demonstrates that politics should not be about permanent enemies, but about national interest. Well, Mockery's acceptance has generated significant controversy and debate, with critics accusing him of hypocrisy and double standards. Ahead of the 2023 presidential election, Mockery was a vocal critic of Tinubu, referring to him with various derogatory terms. While in a 2023 interview, which has resurfaced online with Seun Akinbaloye, Mockery explicitly stated that he would never work with Tinubu because working with him goes against his principles. Let's take a look.
If Bola Tinubu approaches you to work with him, would you? It will never happen.
Okay, which one? Which of the scenarios? Him approaching you or you accepting to work with him?
Oh my gosh, I don't want to betray privilege. Somebody from Bola Tinubu's camp has already reached out to me, and I told the person that, look, it cannot happen. I can't do it. It's just against my principles. I'm not. Some people can do that. It's not in my DNA. I can't do it. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. I wish Bola Tinubu well if he eventually is sworn in and then the courts uphold his victory. But I can never work with him.
I can never work with him. Let me take some reactions. This person wrote on X. He can never work with Tinubu. Not maybe. Not let's see. He said never. Today, the same Reno is dancing like someone that just won a visa lottery because he has been nominated as an ambassador. This is why Nigerians don't take these loud online philosophers seriously. Their never has an expiry date. Their principles only work when there is no appointment or money on the table. The moment opportunity shows face, their conscience goes on sabbatical. Reno didn't just U-turn. He did a full spiritual somersault from it's not in my DNA to your excellency, sir. When do I resume? Now, these kind people, they preach integrity for social media. Shame on the pathological liar.
You saw that. Reno Omokri stated there clearly in that interview that he would never work with Tinubu. As a matter of fact, he said he had been contacted to come and work with Tinubu, but it is not in his DNA to do such a thing. Today, he's jumping up and down because he has been nominated as one of the ambassadors. His name is on that disgraceful list of ambassadors. We have Fani Kayode, another stupid human being on that list. Then we have the fraudulent INEC chairman and so many other frauds on that list. This is the kind of person you want me to be talking about? How can I take any opinion from Reno Omokri seriously? There is no way he would say something about Peter Obi and then I'll bring it here to try to change the minds of people. Anybody who still listens to Reno, for me, should go and work on themselves. If you can see an open, fraudulent, shameless human being and you still take his opinion seriously, then it is on you. I tell Obedience on X, don't read this man's post, block him. And anybody who shares his post, you can even block that person. Anybody I see you sharing anything from Reno Omokri, I block you, because these people they are even worse than politicians. So I don't want to even, I just had to bring this up because it is something disgraceful. He has been humiliated, and even this ambassadorial nominee he's getting, he is not sure that he's going to be confirmed yet. Remember how El Rufai was disgraced at the Senate after Tinubu nominated him? That might be the same fate of Reno Omokri. The same fate might befall him. They might reject him at that screening, but I'm not even expecting that. Of course, if they reject him and disgrace him, I'll report it. Those are the kind of things I can report about him. But whether he is disgraced or not, it is not my business. Reno Omokri is inconsequential in the larger scheme of things. And I have never and will never lose sleep over anything he says about Peter Obi or anyone. Now, let us look at the top stories. First is that video showing the frustration and tension amongst commuters as they stopped many buses packed along that Kogi Obajana highway. Bandits, kidnappers, terrorists, call it whatever, had taken over the highway. And next is that big one coming out of southwest Nigeria, Ogun State to be precise. Terrorists have infiltrated the southwest, just as the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò Gani Adams said a week ago. They stormed Ogun State, kidnapping many. Let's start by taking that video from the Obajana highway. See the video.
Everybody see what is happening here. This is Oshoko at Kogi State between Kaba and Obajana. We are all stuck here. You can all see what is happening here. From here, no movement. So everywhere we have been here for more than 3 hours. Kidnappers are taking over the road. We don't know what to do. We don't know where to go. You can see. Please, if there is any way to rescue Nigeria out of this, please. Everywhere is on fire. Everywhere is on fire. Soldier and all these bandits, they are exchanging fire presently. Honestly, everywhere is talk here. The whole Nigeria, please come and save us here. We are in trouble here. We are all in trouble here. See, everybody parked. Nobody is moving. Between Kaba and Obajana, this place is Ochoko. Kidnappers have taken over the road. Please, presently we are there. Please.
You saw that. Now, this is the situation on that highway from Abuja to Lokoja, through Obajana, going to the southwest, and through the other side, going to the southeast. This is the situation along that road. I am not saying that people are not traveling, and many of them still reach their destinations safely. But it does not remove the fact that many still don't reach their destinations safely. Many get kidnapped along the way. One kidnapping taking place. This is how terrible it is, just to let you know that if you don't have anything very, very, very serious to go and do in the village this festive period, please do not travel. Stay back. Point blank, period. And just as Nigerians were yet reacting to that update from southwest Nigeria, Ogun State, to be precise, began making the rounds. The most exasperating and shocking thing about this update is that just few days ago, somebody came out and dropped an intel about this kidnapping. He said they were gathering, trying to strike, but the government shut him up. They said he was a liar, that those people gathering are just mere farmers, that he's spreading false rumors, that he's wicked. But today, those same guys have struck. Look at how the papers reported it. Breaking news: the Ogun State Commissioner of Police, Lanre Ogunlowo, has confirmed that 6 marketers from a Lagos-based real estate firm were abducted on Sunday at Oyebola village in Obafemi Owode local government area of the state. Now, this one is coming straight from the Ogun State Commissioner of Police, and the people abducted are from a Lagos-based real estate firm. How far is Ogun State from Lagos State? And don't forget that these terrorists were on TikTok live just few days ago saying they were going to invade Lagos, and they were not just talking, because even Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò, the Yoruba Generalismo, said this few days ago. Look at it. Yoruba Generalismo Gani Adams says terrorists have infiltrated southwest in looming crisis. They plan to attack Oyo, Lagos, and others. Those others included Ogun State, Ondo State, and Ekiti State. Now, we were saying it, that the fact that the terrorists had that kind of hold on Kwara State shows that they are already in southwest forests, because Kwara State borders all southwest states. Have you now seen that this has gone beyond any form of tribalism? Maybe if you are a Yoruba person and you are watching this video, that Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò came out and said, listen, these people have taken over this forest, and very soon they are going to begin attacking, and it will be a crisis situation. Nothing was done. There was no statement from Nuhu Ribadu, National Security Advisor. There was no statement from Chief of Defense Staff or Army Staff or anybody. No statement from Inspector General of Police. Everybody just swept it under the carpet. Now, look at what has happened. Now, we have not heard the full details of this kidnapping from any reputable source, but from what I can gather now, they said it took place in Abeokuta. They said it took place in the state capital. Some are saying that it took place in somewhere close to Abeokuta. But from what I have been able to lay my hands on, this thing did not take place in the outskirts. It actually took place in a very civilized part of the state. And you know how close Ogun State is to Lagos State. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here by Simon says, isn't this same local government area someone mentioned a few weeks ago about a Fulani camp and you all quickly rushed to deny it, saying there were no adult male there. That is it. Few days ago, a Twitter user complained about the activities of Fulani people gathering in this same Obafemi Owode local government area of Ogun State, but the police shut him down. The state government, everybody said he should keep quiet. This is why we keep saying that the APC is complicit in all this. And this Mafti says one guy warned Ogun State people about this thing last month. He mentioned this particular Obafemi Owode local government area. That is it. And this guy replied, he said he shared their accurate location only for the police to arrive and declare that they were just farmers and warned the guy to desist from false alarm. Somebody said it clearly. He said these people are gathering. They said he was raising false alarm. He was almost arrested. And this tweet here says, imagine, not up to 5 days, the volatile was posted here to pre-inform the state government, but they defended it. Now it don't happen. Bandits don't jam them. It don't shell it. VDM will always say they will learn the hard way. You see, oh my God, I don't understand how people can be playing politics to this point. When you have seen firsthand how these people are picking everybody, you are still playing politics with your own life. If you live in Ogun State and you live around that area, you better run away. If you are saying my properties, my this, my that, when they pick you and they demand for 30 million and 50 million, where will you get it? Play like this. It started in Kwara State. Look at the situation today in Kwara. These people kidnap at will. Kwara cannot open their mouths and say they have government as we speak. They kidnap you, you are gone. Now they have entered Ogun State, just as they promised. Now they are saying they will go to Lagos. Only God knows what these people are aiming for. And this tweet here says, no matter what success the APC and the Tinubu administration boast about, it is all meaningless when Nigerians cannot live in safety. The protection of lives is Tinubu's first and most sacred duty. And on that, he has failed spectacularly. A government that cannot secure its people has lost every claim to legitimacy. There is no justification for him to remain in office while Nigerians are being slaughtered. That is it. And Akin Malaolu here says, is that all a commissioner of police should say? What about their rescue? The governor of Ogun recently called a meeting of southern leaders to discuss insecurity, and I wonder why charity could not begin from his state. Akin Malaolu there is questioning the governor of Ogun State, who called, a security meeting and his house is on fire. He was actually praising Tinubu in that security meeting, that Tinubu has done well to secure the rescue of those 38 that were kidnapped in Eruku Ekiti, when you know that ransom was paid. So you go back home and pay the ransom for these 6 that have been taken. And Adegoke Victor says, another abduction in Ogun State. Bad news keeps piling up. When will Nigerians feel safe again? This is becoming a daily nightmare. And this tweet here says, like play, like joke, they don't finally enter Abeokuta, the safest state in Nigeria. Well, they don't enter Abeokuta just as they said they were going to enter. Ondo, Ekiti, Lagos, Oyo are their next targets. Is any drastic thing going to happen? Because if nothing drastic happens, I am telling you that these people will go ahead and keep to their promises. It was Gani Adams that said it. He said they are taking over Yoruba forests. Gani Adams said it just a few days ago. So who are we to argue? This is the Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land. And the government did nothing about it. And this is the result. This is the beginning. This one is just a joke. They'll test run to see how the government will react. The next thing, they'll start entering people's homes. What a disaster. If Nigeria does not get rid of the APC will end Nigeria. Anyway, make I leave am here. Make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news. Will una go like? Why? Because of una. Now I dey here. So don't go away. Don't go away.